Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to discuss how the Conway Human Development Center has developed into what it is today. Since October of 1959, the Conway Human Development Center has been helping those in need with disabilities. It is truly just a wonderful place that seeks to meet all of the needs of its patients that are unable to provide for themselves. Without this facility, it would put an extreme burden on these people's families because many of them have no means of paying or supporting for distant family members, and so this place has just really helped an incredible amount of people, including more than just the patients there, but also the families of the patients there. So we're going to travel back to the 1960s when the CHDC was open as one of the first 5 state-managed residential training facilities, as said by the Arkansas Living Services website. And it was originally founded as the Arkansas Children's Colony, where it was founded upon the ideas that young adults with lesser disabilities could be taught and transitioned out of an institution. And so that is how the Independent Living Services was actually created. And this was all privately funded until 1970, but in 1970, the Title 19 Arkansas Children's Colony was established, and it was established with the thought that everyone has the right to live in the least restrictive environment possible. And so this split up the facility into different divisions with different levels of freedom for the patients. And so each person can get the very specific and detailed care that they need for their specific situation. In July of 1970, it was expanded, and another house was created, and this was built out of a 2-story farmhouse, but was also male only. And it was not until 1977 that the Reynolds House opened in Arkansas, which allowed for women to also receive treatment like the men were in these facilities. But it was not until 2011 that Independent Living Services purchased a 32,000 square foot property at 615 East Robinson Street in Conway, Arkansas, which is where we conducted our research for this presentation. And our service guide, Chuck, even mentioned there are recent renovations going on, and they're actually trying to redo most of the housing for the patients to both create more and have a nicer environment for these people to live in. And it was already the largest facility managed by the Arkansas Department of Human Services, and holds 616 residents per the Encyclopedia of Arkansas. The main focus of the CHDC is rehabilitation, and the superintendent, Calvin Price, was quoted to say, "We began to focus from our perspective on training folks on how to become more independent in brushing their teeth, going to the bathroom, preparing their meals, and cleaning up after themselves." This might not seem like too big of a deal, but for those that cannot do these basic tasks, it's quite an accomplishment to be able to be at least partially self-sufficient, which is a huge deal for all those involved. And since 2016, the CHDC has created its own division where they set up training programs for staff to help educate people wishing to go into the field, and they help train people for other centers like this one. And so the CHDC is actually one of the most important places like this in the entire state, because most of the workers from even other facilities were trained here. In conclusion, the CHDC has grown drastically to help thousands of residents throughout the years. And before the 1960s, the CHDC has been the premier state-run rehabilitation center for those needing full-time care.